Trojan 1 responding to a jewellery store robbery.
10-4, Trojan 3's en route.
Received, thank you. Trojan 1 on scene, it's going to be a black Dodge Charger.
Oh shit. Oh no, I don't want to fucking die, man.
Police, sir, put the weapon down. Sir, put the weapon down. Two suspects inside, both armed with guns, one pistol, one an AR, and one hostage.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir, yeah.
Alright. Alright, what we're going to need you boys to do is step away at least 200 meters, and you are free to stand near the door and negotiate. We will not be complying unless you do that.
Right, so I'm going to negotiate, so I'm going to put my hands up, okay, and I'll withdraw my gun, so you know I'm not a threat to yourself. However, there's only 2 officers here, okay? My other armed officer is going to have to stay here just for my protection, sir. But there's only 2 of us. He's not going to pose a threat, okay?
We don't agree with that, mate. We're
right,
not
sir.
happy with that. We just need one of you. We're not going to kill anyone. We want this guy to go home at the end of the day.
I understand that, sir.
Kids at home. We don't want them
that.
to be fatherless, and we sure as hell don't want our kids to be fatherless too. So what we're going to need you to do is comply and stay alone.
Right, okay. What about if I send the officer to the end of this walkway, sort of pathway?
My friend,
the street.
Listen, we need to make sure everyone is safe.
I understand that, sir.
Our boys.
The thing is,
sure as hell don't want We don't want your boys to die too, mate.
Exactly, but obviously you've got to understand, as our job, we also need to make sure everyone's safe, and that does include you two as well. Okay, we're not here to be shooting people, sir. That's the last thing we want to do. Okay, but equally, we obviously have a duty of care towards everyone. Not more to the hostage and you guys. You know, you've got a duty of care to you guys as well, but also there's a duty of care to myself as an officer. Okay. So what I can do for you is I can send the officer in his vehicle to the very end of the road, where you know he's not going to be in danger to yourselves, but at least he's there if you two try, or you lot try and do anything. Now, please don't think that I'm going to say you are doing anything, but you've got to understand there has been times before where we've had people say we won't harm you if your officer backs off. I send officers away, and then something ends up happening that wasn't said. Okay, so obviously I need to take into consideration the hostage safety and my safety.
Okay, well, what we'll do is we're going to have your man stand on the end of the strip.
That's fine.
And we want all police vehicles moved away completely.
That's fine. No worries.
We don't want them blocking off either
that's
side,
fine.
And we don't want spike strips down.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Right, okay, I'll move my vehicle and I'll get the officer to move his and I'll be back in a second, sir. Right, do you want to take your vehicle, please, Trojan 3, back to the end of the road? Hide round the left, so he thinks that you're gone, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Wouldn't bother with spike strips, because they're probably going to see you setting them up.
The only downside is I'm not going to hear the negotiations.
Yeah, no, I'll... Yeah. I've got a feeling they're not going to do anything silly. Obviously, if anything happens, I'll call you in.
Roger.
Go to the right of that island as well.
Right, sir. So my officer's gone to the left-hand side of the end of this alleyway, so he's out of sight. Okay. Yep. So you now know he's not going to be of any danger to yourselves because he's out of sight. My vehicle's the one with the flashing lights to the right of the alleyway, again out of sight. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
There's no spike strips that have been laid down. I've told officers not to lay any down. I've also stopped any further officers coming to the scene because I've said it's under control. Okay?
Alright. Perfect. Now, you can tell us what you want us to do, and we'll consider some
obviously, now obviously in an ideal world, I'd like all you guys to drop your guns, stop robbing the store, and let us take you in. Obviously in an ideal world. However, there's 3 of you with guns and there's 1 of me with currently my hands up. So What I'm going to propose to you is that we take the hostage with us. I walk him to the end of the street to the safety of my vehicle, and then you lads leave peacefully.
Okay, so here's what I think. I think you should leave the hostage with us until we like know that we're in a little bit of a safe zone. We'll drop him off, and then you guys can pick him up. Anyone follows us whilst we're going to this certain location, we will spray him.
The problem with that, sir, is we are going to have to follow you if you have a hostage on you.
So, okay, counter negotiation. If you're on my left and right, I want you to go to my left. I'm going to leave the hostage with you.
I don't know who's talking. There's 3 of you, and I don't know which
we're
one's
all facing
talking.
you. Okay, so you're this is Bravo. I'm in the green.
Right. Okay.
I want you to go to your right 10 meters. I am going to come out here, walk the hostage out.
Yep.
I'm going to leave the hostage with you,
Yep.
but in line of sight between the vehicle and yourself, so that you have no clear sight. Then we're going to drive off, and then after that, then whatever. However, I want no shots fired. If we get shot we will shoot back.
This last thing that's going to happen, sir, is shots are going to be fired at you. That's the last thing that's going to happen, okay? You've been more than reasonable with me, so I'm not just going to start authorising lethal force to be put against yourselves, okay? The only time lethal force is going to be used is if any imminent danger comes towards myself and the hostage. Now, obviously, the hostage is technically in danger at this moment because there's 3 armed suspects around him. However, you're not posing a threat to his life currently because you're being more than reasonable and you're being compliant with what I'm asking. Okay, so at this moment in time, there's going to be no shots that are fired. We're not looking to kill anyone. We're not looking to hurt anyone. We're not looking to arrest anyone, okay, at this moment in time. All we're bothered about is you lads being safe, the hostage being safe, and obviously me being safe. That's all we want from it.
Now, you're an officer that I like to deal with because you're professional, and this sounds perfect to me. Thank you very much.
The one thing I would ask, though, is I'm more than happy for you to keep the hostage in line of sight. However, I do want the hostage out of harm's way, okay? Now, obviously, like I said, I can assure you nothing's going to be shot at you. But I would prefer to take the hostage away from this situation before you lads leave. Would you let me do that, just for his and my safety?
I would like it. I would like the hostage in sight, but I'm happy to be at enough distance for it to be safe enough for us.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's just in case you lads decide to try and run us over or something. I mean, I'm more than happy for us to go towards this direction where I'm facing now, so I'm away from my vehicles, so you know I can't do anything.
Yep.
Because
Can I confirm where your second officer is, please?
My second officer is this way that I'm facing now, towards the left-hand side.
On the left.
Yeah.
Right, I'm happy for you, when we give you the hostage, to take the hostage that way to the same side as him. However, we will not take shots when we leave. You'll be out of sight, and as we go past, you will see us, and you will see that we do not pose a threat.
That's fine. Perfect. Right. Bear me 2 seconds, right? Just make sure all officers understand that are at sea that there's no lethal force to be used, okay?
No problem, officer. We are patient.
All officers that are on scene at the jewellery store robbery, can I just advise no lethal force is authorised at this moment in time. They are being fully compliant with the hostage, and they are going to be giving me in very shortly to bring to safety. So lethal force is not authorised.
That's received.
Right, I just did that with my voice, as you could hear. So lethal force hasn't been authorised, which means no one's allowed to shoot a gun. Okay? Simple as that.
Right, let's get this ball rolling.
Exactly,
right,
gentlemen.
Hostage.
Right, if you want to give the hostage to me.
Slowly walk out the door. Walk forward towards the police officer. Nice and calm.
Do you mind if I just, gentlemen, do you mind if I put my arms down? Because they are starting to ache quite a bit.
No, that's fine,
Thank you very much.
I do not want to see a gun in your hand, please.
No, that's fine.
Right, start walking out slowly, please.
Right, just walk to me slowly. You'll be absolutely fine, bud. And then if you gentlemen could give us a little bit of room until you start driving off. Right, follow me, hostage. We're going to keep to the left-hand side.
Watching, confirming. The other 2, I want to just be ready.
Right, walk in front, walk next to me. Keep to the left-hand side so they've got room to drive off.
Okay, man, I'm coming.
Right, suspects are going to be going in a black car.
Whoa.
One's just pulled up as well.
Really?
Shot fired?
Yeah, not them. Someone actually shot me.
Get in there. Fucking things have changed. I don't know who that is. Get in the vehicle.
It's not them that's shooting, it's someone else.
Go.
Right, hostage, come on, quick.
Oh, shit, man.
Right, get next to my car.
Yep.
Crouch down, please.
Officer down, officer down.
There you go. I'm hidden, man. I'm hidden.
Right, there's another officer, okay, coming to safety. So come and grab you.
Okay, thank you, man.
Right, so I'm just going to take a quick look at you. You're going to be finding MSR on the way. Stay as still as you can if you can still hear me. Right, okay, we've got an arterial bleed at the top. Right, we have got AMS travelling. Officer, just be as still as you can, okay? Put a trauma dressing on that wound on your chest, so you might start to feel a little bit better in a minute. Okay, just stay where you are and stay as still as you can. Grab the first aid bag. Put a dressing on there. I'm just going to put a chest seal on you, officer, okay, because I think you've got a pneumothorax, which is a collapsed lung. So I'm just going to put this on, stop air and getting in and out and stop infection. It's going to hurt a little bit, officer. Give you a little lollipop as well in your mouth. It's Penthrax, which is a morphine lollipop. Just stay where you are and you'll be all good.